A wise man once said, Brian from Grinder TV, anything you weld onto the bottom of your truck can be torn off. Just remember that. With that in mind, this is just a little bit of insurance, right? We're just plating that cross member because I have been known to hit this thing before. Not when dragging. No, not at all. All right. Undoing your work is always so much fun, isn't it? Especially like, you know, yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? It has to be done. Let me explain a little bit of what's going on here. It's why I got that filleted like that. If you come to this side, which is still connected, you can notice that when these bags lift, they curve, right? Reason being, when I first bagged this truck, I was under the impression that these guys needed to be at an angle to allow these things to lift correctly. But as time has gone on, and I've seen how my bags have behaved, you can come out here on the end and you can see this. This would be what it's like when she's aired up, right? Look how straight that wheel is. That means that bag is curved like that. Now, it's over-exaggerated right now. There's no air in it because there's not a shock holding it. There's no weight under it. There's no wheel on it. But the problem that we're having is that it looks like that. And everything that I've learned about airbags is you want your airbag to be as straight up and down and stay the same shape as possible throughout its full cycle. In other words, it should just stretch, but it should stay in this motion. It shouldn't really twist like this. This is the original bag that I put in the truck if you go back on the video. So we have that issue going on, and then if you look, I'm trying to get down in there, and I guess this is a Toyota thing. You can see where she's rubbed a hole. Now this bag's still good. It's just a small divot from that ball joint bolt that's rubbing that every time she lays out. This bag's still good. This is the original bag. She's got almost 14,000 miles on it. So even what I would go so far as to call installed incorrectly, right? This Slam Specialties bag has definitely earned its money on my truck. But, you know, they're installed correctly. These things will probably last a lot longer. So I'm gonna go ahead, as you saw on that side, cut these guys out, level them out more, and try and get these bags straighter so they lift up and down. That's gonna make a few things happen. One is it's gonna make the bags last longer. Hopefully it's gonna make the truck ride a little better because it's gonna need less air to lift. And third, it's gonna actually provide more lift because with this coming down, we're actually getting our distance closer, which should mean the truck should lift higher by the time it's maxed out. Not to mention, this was just ugly. We can do better than this. So, again, sharing the good and bad. I never claimed to be an expert. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. It's late. I'm filthy. Here's where we're at. At this point in time, I've got those mounts where I want them. Now they need cleaned up, so don't judge me. It's been a long day. That was a lot of work. Basically, we're trying to rebuild the shock tower area and put the airbag brackets at a better angle where they need to be. And, you know, we discovered things like we're not done yet. Yeah, this bushing is completely shot. And that's the arm. This whole arm is like 30 bucks brand new, but then we'd have to weld a brand new plate on it. New bushings, uppers and lowers are like 60. I don't need uppers. I have brand new uppers, but the driver's side's still great. Passenger was shot. I also have a new steering center link going in and a new stabilizer going in because I know that I've got a dead spot in here. This was a new outer when we did the drop spindles, but the boot looks like it's leaking. I think it still looks pretty good. I'll probably replace all these though, just to be on the safe side. So we're gonna go ahead and order up that stuff. Like I said, I've got the center leak, I've got the stabilizer, that idler's new. Steering box doesn't have any play. We're good. I bet all my play is coming from that center link because it is shot, man. Just the big I don't know why I'm saying so much tonight. The big elephant question in the room is, should I order new lowers, or are these original ones actually stronger than the cheap new things you're gonna get off Amazon or O'Reilly's or wherever you get parts? I don't know, but $30 a piece is awful cheap. Do you think they're as good as the original OEM Toyota ones? Probably not. I can't imagine there's anything wrong with those once I put new bushings in. So I bet I know why I was a ½ inch out on that side. There was no bushing left in that thing at all. I didn't even need a press to get that bushing out. I did a few whacks with the hammer and I was able to get the whole bushing out. So yeah, so tomorrow we install the Rotifab kit. And I promise you that is the last bit of stuff we have to do to this frame. We can finally, oh man, it's not. I'm already breaking promises. We still gotta plate that cross member. Oh well, it's done when it's done, right? Mini Nats. We're 30 days out at this point. 30 days. And yeah. All right, today's order of business to get this front end put together. In order to do that, we gotta assemble this first. This is the Rotifab lower triangulation kit. Universal lower control arm triangulation kit. The Rotifab universal fit lower triangulation control arm something. There's a lot of words, but what it basically does is take these control arms, get rid of the strut rod that runs to your front brace, right? Triangulates this arm nice and strong with the section up on the frame. You can see we clearly got access to our frame. We're prepped, we're clean. We gotta get those guys cleaned up. But first, since this is a universal kit, meaning it's not made for a Toyota specific model, we gotta do a little bit of fabrication. He sends these things all notched together so they can be put together. And we're gonna open this up, take a look at it, and start doing what we gotta do. Look at these great looking shock towers. These are cool, right? These are nice. Gives you everything you need. We did one of these on the Nissan. Go watch the video. I'll try and... No, I won't. I'm not kidding. You're just gonna have to go search for it on my channel. Maybe there's gonna be a card there. I don't know. I don't know how to do this stuff. But yeah, shocks. I added on the shock kit. But basically this thing's ready to go. He ships it to you. All you gotta do is weld it, throw it in your truck, and your truck comes out a lot more awesomer. More awesomer. Yeah. Look, I got a tripod in use for you guys today. Try and get some more of the action. Because I've been missing some action. You know, because it's hard to like have a little tripod and hold things. And now you can see proof of life. You can see it's really me working and doing all the crummy welding. You gotta remember to press record. Being an assistant. I wasn't getting too deep in this till we walked up and got some sodas and shit. I was just kind of taking my time, getting everything squared up. All right, Rotifab time. Lower triangulation kit. Yeah, kind of comes with some tabs. And this is your shock kit, that's additional charge. Comes with some pieces. You guys have seen this, right? I'll put another picture to his link and all that stuff below. Actually, we'll put a picture of the Rotifab kit on the screen right now. And then I'll put links to where I bought it from Rotifab, who also has a channel here on YouTube, down below in the description. So if you like this kit and what it does, then go check them out. roadifab.com or something like that. Link in description. But basically it triangulates your lower A-arm so you can get rid of that ugly strut brace. Yeah, these are nice and strong. We did these on the hard body build. He actually makes a direct kit for the hard body for the D21 guys, so you're in luck. It saves you a little bit of the fabrication work needed, but it accomplishes the same thing. Basically, you get these, you can choose to DIY them or weld them yourself, and put those under your control arms, and then they bolt into your frame right here, and they look awesome. So, can't beat that. Let me show you how we came up with doing this one. Templates, patterns, templates. You get these pieces, and you end up with that, basically. Hopefully yours looks a little prettier when you're done welding it. That's what it is. So this is kind of how I came up with this. You just follow the online guide that old Roadifab gives you. And you get this guy mounted up, and then you start figuring out where these brackets are supposed to go. So you can make one of those. That once again, hopefully looks like it's welded a little better. Okay, so we've got both our back and front brackets trimmed. We've used the alignment rod to get everything aligned nice and tight. Now we gotta take this piece and fill it to, you know, add some strength. So we're gonna mark this right here. We need to put a bend in it, right in that area. And then we'll be able to weld this all up. Yay! Okay, and there's kind of the finished product, as you can see. All boxed in and welded up. And yeah, good to go. Now we move on to reinforcing this guy. We're gonna plate that. And I'm probably gonna use this big chunk of steel to do so. It's 1/4 inch plate. And we're just gonna put it on a little bottom there for a little extra dragging protection. A wise man once said, Brian from Grinder TV, anything you weld onto the bottom of your truck can be torn off. Just remember that. With that in mind, this is just a little bit of insurance, right? We're just plating that cross member because I have been known to hit this thing before. And with that said, let me take a second to talk about welding. Because you guys are way too kind with the looks great and this and that. And I'm also pretty hard on myself about like, man, these welds suck and blah, 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 blah. But truth be told, I'm not a certified welder. I don't know what I'm doing. And if you go back to the beginning of this video series, I've always welded my whole life. Meaning like since I've been 14, I've messed with, you know, learning on a stick with a shield and race cars and derby cars. And, you know, I can weld. I can put some heat on that's gonna hold some things together. But I'm necessarily not the prettiest welder or an internet welder, and I joke about it a lot. Truth be told, they're just not the best looking. And usually when a weld is not correct, it's porous, it's this or that, I'm grinding it out and I'm doing it again. Now it frustrates the heck out of a guy like me, and I give myself a lot of grief because you'd think by now I'd be a little bit better at it, but the truth is, I haven't done any of this stuff in a long freaking time, and I've probably forgotten more than I'll ever know, which is the saying old guys used to say that I finally think I understand what it means. So, with that being said, I'll try to be less hard on myself because the only way you get better at anything is to do it. And so that's what I tried to do with this Minitruck project. I figured it was a good way for me to get back out in the garage, like I said in the beginning, and get some of those perishable skills back up to the task. And the only way you can do that is by practicing. So get your butt off the couch, grab a welder, and, you know, make fun of yourself for a while till you get good.
Oh.